Hey everybody, Iain Campbell here and welcome back to another video. Most people know me as a bodyboarder, some of you might even know me as a world champion. But what most people don't know is that the same year I won the world title in 2017, I was diagnosed with a chronic illness called ulcerative colitis. And right now, I'm in the middle of a flare-up. Today I wanted to share my story. The highs, the lows, and the silver linings of living with ulcerative colitis while still trying to chase waves around the world. In 2017, when I was at the top of my sport, everything may have looked perfect from the outside. I had trained hard, traveled endlessly, and finally reached the pinnacle, becoming world champion. But at the same time during that year, my body was starting to tell me something was very wrong. I didn't fully understand it yet, but I was about to learn pretty quick. I started to have some stomach issues which turned a bit worse and I started to see some blood. I knew there was an issue, but after being in South America for 6 weeks, I headed home to get some help where doctors told me I had been diagnosed with ulcerative colitis. A few years later in 2020, things got a lot worse. I ended up in hospital. I'd lost 7 kilograms in weight, had no energy, and couldn't control the symptoms. It was one of the hardest experiences of my life. The pain in my lower part of my large intestine forced me to spend 5 days in hospital on steroid drips. After getting home from hospital, the plan was to get my medication changed and get me onto some more intense medications called biologics. So what is ulcerative colitis? To put it simply, my immune system is attacking me from the inside. Ulcerative colitis is a type of inflammatory bowel disease. By producing excess red blood cells into the large intestine, this causes inflammation and sores called ulcers in parts of the digestive tract. This inflamed area then gets scraped by food and ends up starting to bleed. I've been without pain for most of it, but during these flare-ups, the bowel gets so inflamed that it starts to hurt like a bad stomach ache. In 2021, I started on an immunosuppressant and for the first time in many years, I found relief. With that stability, I was able to do what I love most: travel, compete, and surf at the highest level again. In these years after getting diagnosed with ulcerative colitis, I have moved countries, pushed myself in new waves, and managed to keep competing at the highest level, even winning a world title and multiple other events. For a while, it felt like I had kind of figured it out. Like maybe I could live with this condition and still keep chasing my goals without too much compromise. But the truth is, it hasn't been all good. Behind the highlight reels and podium shots, there were so many moments people never saw. Days where I was running to the toilet 8 to 10 times a day. Long flights where I couldn't get comfortable. Surf sessions cut short because my body just didn't cooperate. Fatigue, stress, and inflammation causing me to focus so much on my diet and mental health. Ulcerative colitis isn't just something that goes away. Even when it's under control, it's still there. And it's always in the back of my mind. And while the doctors helped me find treatments that worked, the reality is that it's a constant fight. I have been in remission until the start of this year when I went for a colonoscopy which showed some inflammation, and the plan from the doctors was to change medications to see if we could get all the inflammation under control. And right now I'm back in a flare-up. It's frustrating, it's draining, and there are days I wake up and wonder if I'll be able to make it through filming videos for the Boogie Everyday members or get through some of my other work. There are times I feel like I'm back to square one. But in a strange way, every flare-up has taught me something. It forces me to slow down. It reminds me not to take anything for granted. And it also allows me to reach out to people around me to give me the support and motivation I need to get back on top of things. In the last 3 weeks, I've been homebound for the most part, as going out requires me to find toilets and puts a lot of stress on my system. For me, the ocean has always been a place where I feel free. No matter what's going on in my body, paddling out into the lineup gives me a sense of relief I can't get anywhere else. Everyone has their struggles. This just happens to be mine. But what keeps me going is knowing that as long as I can get back in the water, I can find that freedom. And it's not just about surfing. It's about being present, enjoying the simple moments, and appreciating the fact that I can still do the thing I love the most. And if there's one thing that I've learned through all of this, it's that your health has to come first. I used to think I could just push through anything, but ulcerative colitis has taught me that ignoring your body only makes things worse. Every flare-up reminds me of the same truth. Get your health checkups done. I have learned to listen to my body, and whatever freedom looks like for you, whether that's surfing, running, painting, or spending time with your family, don't take it for granted. This isn't a story I share for sympathy. It's a story I share because I know so many people are dealing with issues that we can't see. Health battles, invisible challenges, and personal difficulties. And if you are going through something like this, I hope my journey shows you that you can still find joy, freedom, and strength even in the toughest times. This is just one part of my life, but it's shaped who I am as much as any wave I've ever ridden. If you want to follow more of my journey in bodyboarding and in life, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment, and share your story below. We'll catch you guys in the next video.